Hi guys, welcome to day 5 of the lower back pain fix. You're wondering about the camera angle is purely because about what I'm going to demonstrate in a moment. How's your body doing is the question. I'm on day 5. My day 5 might be the equivalent to your day 3, or my day 5 might be the equivalent to your day 9. It depends on so many factors. How did you get on with the 6 principles I was talking about? That will have affected the time. The initial injury you did, if it's more significant, worse than mine, then really you're looking at a longer recovery period. Stating the obvious, but it's needed saying. But mainly, are you prehabbed? Have you put the work in prior to, so that your journey out of this will be a lot quicker? And if it's not, then making sure you're prehabbed afterwards, which is what I'm going through on this video, is what you need to do, so that the risk of it going down, of re-injury, is significantly reduced. Never zero, point in case, but the recovery out of it, because the prehabilitation, is as fast as it possibly can be. So I've stayed on top of, apart from, I'm not talking about movement, all the other factors, I've basically stayed on with exactly what I've said, and I've kept that collagen going in, I've kept that good food going in, all the factors I've talked about. So we just keep plugging away at that. So imagine that's a tick for all those 5. So now it just comes to the movement. I have been introducing, this is my second run through, and I'll do another one this evening, Feldenkrais integration movements, and this is for the pelvic area, pelvis spine. So here we go. Hopefully this is on the right angle. So we'll do whatever I do with my right leg up, I'll then do with my left leg up. So I'm in position, as you can see, right leg up, right arm out, left arm out to the side, right arm down the body. So this is just going out 90 degrees to my body. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to integrate, watch the movement I do. I'm going to push into the floor with this foot, and imagine there's a piece of string pulling this hip up. And watch what I do in this position. So now you might not be seeing much movement. That's 1 rep. And I go for the next one. It does change each time subtly. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing up, and my body will naturally roll, as you're seeing. You're seeing this gap appear under here. And each time I'm just going slightly further up so that more vertebrae are picking off. So if you can pick, and I'm moving through this, 1 to 2 of these at a time, because it's very difficult to isolate one. So I'm going a little bit further. Now I can show you what I'm doing a bit more. When I get to the bottom, I have a moment where everything switches off. Then I push up, and notice how the spine is coming up here first, and it goes up almost like a snake would crawl. Up, up, up. Now my spine is up to here. Now watch, this point will touch down first. See, it's touched down, and then the next, all the way back to neutral. So it's a wave type motion. I'm going to presume I've worked through it. I'm going to go quite high now. So imagine I've done a few reps. Now I'm up to this position. Now the arm's getting in the way. So on the next rep, I'll go down, top of the back first, all the way through, down to the bottom, switch off all the muscles. I'll be breathing in as I go up, out as I go down. Now I'm going to position my arm nice and relaxed in this position, just straight up so that I can rotate. So here we go. I'm going to breathe in on the way up. Nice and slow. Beginning to rotate the body. Opening up again like a wave. Now I'm going to do the full rotation. So it will take me a few minutes to get to where I am, because I'm doing a couple of sections and then back, couple of sections back, couple of sections back. Now here we go. So up, breathing in, so I can get completely on my side. And then I'm going to breathe out. Upper body moves first. Look how the leg is delayed. Upper body is down. It's going down. The leg's only just coming off my other leg. Click, 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 click. Into position. And I'll repeat that 10 times in that position. And then I'll complete that on the other side. So when you're going up, you're starting to mobilize each of those individual bits of vertebrae that might have gotten a little bit stuck. Well, there's a couple of reasons because of the injury in the first place, but we've probably not been doing as much. So we're not using it. So the solution, movement is the kind of like lubrication that we need in this way. I'm always going to say something of significance, but it's completely gone. It will come back in a moment. So the breathing is really important, that we breathe in on the way up, out on the way down, working each section. And what you will find is sometimes you'll feel the spine coming up piece by piece by piece. And then you go piece, 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 and wham, it'll take like 5 or 6 bits of vertebrae up in one go. That indicates that right there is where it's a little bit sticky. So you just need to you can't force through it, you just need to be consistent and have an awareness of where it's stuck and just try to allow that body to unravel, and over time it will start to unravel rather than wham. And that is just a process of application. The breathing, as I said, is vital, but your breathing rate shouldn't alter. Your heart rate shouldn't be going up on this. If you're altering your heart rate and your breathing rate, it means you're putting too much effort. And when I say switch off, when you get down to the bottom, completely switch off. Like, even if you have to relax there for 2-3 seconds, just, everything's switched off. I've got a little bit of tone to keep my knee balanced, but that's it. So once you've gone all the way through, then you've repeated it 10 times, then you go on to the other side and start from the basics, where your arms down your side till you get to the point where you need to put your arm above and rotate through. And that is the Feldenkrais movement. And that will start to mobilize the area beautifully. That's what I've been adding in. I'm doing the stretching is still absolutely where it needs to be. I'm staying on top of the stretching. Hamstring stretch is going well. Hydration is being absolutely key. This is a decaf cup of tea, but rest assured there will be water going in after this decaf cup of tea, because if it's not clear, it's not water as far as we're concerned. In terms of next step, or that step, when the question is, well, when do I move to exercise? When do I know to move to exercise? Well, look, if you're still having that bracing pattern, and what bracing pattern, one way of identifying it is this: if you felt like sneezing and it's like, so I need to sneeze and I need to hold on to things because I'm going to sneeze, it's like, whoa, to brace. If you're having to brace when you sneeze, that's your indication that we're not ready to be exercising. That's one of the indicators. I was in that, 2 days ago. Yesterday, it was still mildly there. Today, I'd say I'm 95% there, that I can sneeze. I don't have to think about bracing because of the mechanics of sneezing. It can encourage the lower back to fire when it's in this bracing pattern, and it can feel like, if I sneeze, I'm going to put my back out. So, and as well, you can have positions where, I transition from when I'm picking up objects, and I'm talking light objects like a cup from the floor, you can bend into that situation. So yes, I'm doing protection of my back, keeping it straight, and going down with real bent knees, squat pattern, and coming back up, keeping my back neutral. But you can't do that all the time. You do actually have to, it's called the ligamentous system. You do actually have to bend. It's a mechanic that we need to be able to do as humans. So when you bend to pick up the cup, when your back's in bracing, that is like, you get to the cup, it's like, and then assist to get yourself back up. But that is a back that is not ready to be doing the movement, much less exercise. Whereas now I can bend into position. I'm like, I can come back up. And what I get is a tension. I get a tension in there. It doesn't feel like a torsion holding on. It just feels like a muscle that's been sore, but a muscle that can respond to movement. But I need to respect that, because whilst it can do a few reps of bending and picking, if I did 20 reps in a row and decided to run the Hoover round and get into it, I'm asking for trouble. So someone's phoning, let me decline that. So that's what you need to consider. Please WhatsApp go away. There we go. I can still see the good rolling. So you need to consider that. it is a tricky one because, like, well, how do I know? Well, look, when you get to the point of, oh, I feel like it's all right, add half a day onto that, then you're going to be a lot more sure. And again, heat is still your friend. So I'm now in that, what we call almost like a danger zone. I'm in that danger zone where I'm starting to feel better, feel like doing more, but I could easily push it too much. And it's at this point where you need to remain disciplined, stay with 6 foundation principles, keep your stretching going, introduce Feldenkrais. Twice a day is going to be enough to start with. Nice and easy, walking around, keep your movement going, and that will see you good so that you can get yourself prepared for the next phase, which will be introduction of exercise when we are there. And hopefully I'm going to be there within 24 hours, but we will see. We'll see what next day brings. Anyhow, these videos are getting shorter. Have a great rest of your day. Stay positive, stay with it, and I'll see you on the next video of this therapist dealing with back pain. Yes, it's quite a thing to be shooting this whilst in this position, because it's one thing to be a healthy human or have humans who've never experienced back pain giving advice on back pain. It's another thing to be in it and giving advice whilst you are experiencing the emotion of it. So hopefully that makes this video resonate with you more, to see someone who is where you are or in the vicinity of where you are at some path on your journey. Anyhow, let's both keep doing this, and I'll see you on the next video.